let's go.
Hey YouTubers, today I'm going to show you how to assess soft brakes on a truck. Now, we did some towing through Yellowstone. There's a lot of elevation changes, and I noticed when we got to our campsite, the brakes just didn't seem the same on the truck. I could bottom them out to the brake cylinder and feel it. I'm still able to stop, but it's just not the same stopping power that you normally have. So I checked for trouble codes on the truck, scanned, nothing. Next I checked my fluid level and it seemed to be fine. My wife Stasha looked up on the forums what possibly could it be. It could be a leak. And another thought of mine was maybe there was a bubble that got in the lines from going from 5,000 feet to 8 to 6 to 7 and then back down to 5. So what we did is I went underneath the truck, I checked the back two first, and then I checked the front and immediately noticed brake fluid on the inside of the rim. So one other thing I did try too is I took the cap off, pumped the brakes to try to get any air bubbles out, and that didn't seem to solve it. So the next thing is to see if there's a fluid leak. So now that we're under the truck behind it, you can see this is what I found. Obviously brake fluid is leaking from the caliper somewhere. In fact, there's just a drip that just happened. Seems to be leaking from where it's screwed in at. So I'm simply just going to tighten this up and we'll see if that solves the problem. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the culprit was the brake fluid line here. This actually was loose, so I tightened it up. And now I'm going to use just a paper towel to wipe all of the fluid off, so that way we can check it here after some miles and make sure that that's actually was the issue and that we don't have possibly a leaking line, which it is possible, but maybe this line, because there's fluid all the way up it, is somehow got a fracture in it. We're going to test this out. I'm going to pump the brakes and we'll see if that solved the issue. Okay, so I'm just going to push on the brake and see if we get any leaking. It may show us if the line is actually fractured and it's not loose. Now it was loose, so that's possibly all it was.
Okay. So we're watching for this part right here. See if there's any leaks when Jacob pumps it. Okay, Jacob said the brakes are stiffer now that he pumped them. He's gonna turn the truck on, see what happens.
All right, so no fluid yet. We're gonna check a few other things. If there's any air trapped in the lines from that being open, I'm gonna try to flush those out. So I pumped them. I can still feel the bottom of the cylinder. So we're gonna take the cap off here, try to work any bubbles out of the brake fluid reservoir that may have gotten caught up in those lines. I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna pump it probably 10 times.
I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. So I'm thinking now, since it didn't feel the same still, we should try to bleed the brake and see if maybe there's an air pocket that got caught up in there. So we're going to use the bleeder valve. Doesn't appear to be a leak. They're still kind of soft, so I'm going to use this bleeder valve and bleed a little bit of fluid out and see if there's an air pocket that got it.